Sold out tonight, Viejas Casino and Resort in Alpine, California. The premiere of RJJ Boxing live on UFC Fight Pass. Back we go to Michael Vale.
Hansen versus Juarez.
December in Invicta 33, which many of you saw right here on UFC Fight Pass. Kay Hansen faced Sharon Jacobson, and in the third round, Hansen hits that gorgeous belly-down armbar, which gives her the win and is named Invicta's 2018 Submission of the Year.
So that was a belly-down armbar. You're going to have to teach me all that, because I'm not doing any commentary on that. I'm glad you're here with me, my friend.
A lot of pressure on the elbow. It's what we call tap or snap. And there you see Kay Hansen, her fourth pro boxing bout. 4-2 as a professional MMA fighter, and 5 of those bouts in Invicta. Hansen fought a total of 8 times in 2018, 5 times in MMA, 3 times in boxing. Jessica Juarez, again, a gold medalist at the 2014 and 2015 Junior Olympics, silver medalist 2016, 2017, the Junior Olympics. Juarez, though, surprisingly said, I never had an amateur boxing style. I didn't even pursue the Olympics. I never went to trials because I know that I have a professional style. I asked her what that means to her. She said, I don't pity-pat my punches. I throw big. I look for the knockout. We heard a lot about that from Michael Tyson back in the 1980s when he didn't get anywhere close to the Olympics.
And what that means is that in the amateurs they're punching at, and the pros they're punching through.
To get us started, again, Michael Vale.
Ladies and gentlemen, the action continues here at the Viejas Casino and Resort live on UFC Fight Pass, presented by Roy Jones Jr. Boxing Promotions and sponsored by Catch-A-Lift, changing bodies, healing minds, saving lives. The 3 judges scoring this bout will be Dr. Lou Moret, Alejandro Rochin, and Ron Stevens. And the referee in charge, Ray Corona. This bout will be in the featherweight division and is scheduled for 4 rounds. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. She is wearing the red trunks, official weight, 126 1/2 pounds. She has a professional record of 1 win, 2 losses. From Los Angeles, California, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Kay Hansen. And now let's welcome her opponent across the ring, fighting out of the red corner. She is wearing the red and silver trunks, official weight, 128 pounds. She has a professional record of 1 win, no losses, with that 1 win coming by way of a knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, from San Diego, California, let's welcome Jessica Lorena Juarez.
Peace. This is good here. This is good here. This is my commands. Touch gloves. God bless.
Women's featherweight division scheduled for 4 2-minute rounds. Jessica Juarez versus Kay Hansen. Ready? Round number 1. Tonight's Fight Clock is presented by Viejas Casino and Resort, San Diego's premier luxury gaming resort. Red and silver trunks for Jessica Juarez, red trunks for Kay Hansen.
Right away, you saw Juarez with that beautiful 1-2, left-right. Or I should say right-left, off the southpaw style.
Hansen talked to me about trying to get a little tighter in her stance, not using her open MMA stance. Hansen said, I want to show that I'm not just an MMA fighter here to take a paycheck and lose in boxing. I'm serious about professional boxing. Juarez said of Hansen, I respect her as an MMA fighter. As a boxer, she has no head movement, no footwork. I'm going to run right through her. We shall see.
You can even look at the stance. You can see Hansen with that much wider stance, and where Juarez pretty much in the typical, prototypical boxer stance with the feet just about, parallel down from the shoulders. And the head's going to be wide open for that straight left of Juarez if Hansen doesn't get it off to the side or move.
50 seconds remaining, round number 1, and yes, these 2-minute rounds do fly by. See the movement, the head movement, especially of Jessica Juarez. Stepping into the pocket and right back out. Kay Hansen certainly does not look intimidated.
No, and she's doing a little bit better job of turning her body so she's not squared up.
Swing and a miss with the right cross from Hansen.
It's a nice right by Hansen. And her defense looks pretty tight. And
Hansen, Smitty, talked to me about either being all the way in or all the way out. She's doing a good job of being all the way out, making Juarez miss here in round number 1.
Yeah, just the thing to look at her legs, though. I mean, that's an unbelievable stance. She's getting away with it right now. It's okay, but it's just way too wide, and it takes away your power. But again, you know, her career in MMA, she's probably so used to that, they're having to worry about all kinds of other stuff than just 1-2s. Nice combination there by Juarez.
Smitty, I confirmed before we went on air that this is definitely 2-minute rounds. I confirmed that with the California Commission, but they've gone beyond 2 minutes. I don't know if this is a timekeeper error or if this is simply a change at the last moment, but this is a 3-minute round.
Appears that way, doesn't it? The fighters don't seem to be worried about it, though. Kind of a feeling out process.
Get off her head. Get off her head.
He's the son of a single mom. He's a dad of 2 daughters. I'm all about equal rights. I think women should fight just as long as men. That's the end of round number 1 that apparently went 3 minutes. Women and men fight the same 5-minute rounds in MMA. I believe they should fight the same 3-minute rounds in professional boxing, and apparently they've just done so here.
They've made a change on UFC Fight Pass.
Now, the timekeeper has left his position and gone over to the commission table for clarification.
Might have started a new trend. I know all the women like Christy Martin and Layla Ali and Ann Wolf and all the fighters that I did fight so back in the day, they all would have loved 3 minutes. Oh, there's that clock. 2 minutes. Back to 2.
Our timekeeper just confirmed. Mistakes happen. I still love the California State Athletic Commission. A bonus minute.
Yeah.
Definitely 2-minute rounds.
All right. However many it was, Juarez won the first round on my card.
So round number 2 we go. Juarez taking her time, throwing bigger shots. Juarez told me she feels she has legitimate knockout power for this weight class. Throwing a little bigger here, Smitty, to start round number 2.
Trying to land that straight left.
Pull your arms out.
Using the
take a step back.
Right jab off the southpaw style.
Ray Corona telling Kay Hansen, pull your hands back. Now watch your head on the inside. The infighting from Kay Hansen, Ray Corona having none of it on the hold.
Hansen just doesn't have an answer as to how to work her way in. You know, she's trying to figure it out, but one thing that would help would be to use her own jab. She went into that shell style. I wouldn't do that.
Get off her head. Get off her head.
You hear Ray Corona telling Hansen, get off of the head of Juarez, holding with the left glove, but still eating punches. Jessica Juarez undeterred.
Work, guys. Stop. Take a step back.
Time called. Getting a bit rough on the infighting. A bit of refereeing from Ray Corona. 40 seconds remaining, round number 2.
And I think for Juarez, what she should do is get busy with that right jab. She should start throwing that jab. Just throw it. Throw it. Put it out there. Good things will happen. It's your best friend, your jab, for both of them. But for Juarez to set up that straight left, she should throw the jab. She led with the left there, and that's not a good thing there. That's a better
from Hansen on the inside, stepping into the pocket and throwing.
Yeah, nice little feint there by Hansen, too.
This will definitely be a 2-minute round. Final seconds now, round number 2. 2 very talented 19-year-olds, Jessica Juarez versus Kay Hansen. Up next, round number 3.
that's a hard round to judge right there. I mean, you did some good things. Hey, you're right, just landing it.
Hansen had a better round, although I thought Juarez, it was so close that Juarez just won it with a really powerful straight left right at the end of the round. Good right hand by Hansen. Another one. Then a swing and a miss. Juarez trying to work her way in to land that straight left, and there's one. Misses with a left hook. Lands a straight left to end the round. Good round. Could have gone either way.
To round number 3 we go. RJJ Boxing on UFC Fight Pass is presented by Hotel El Panama, a convention and casino located in downtown Panama City, Panama.
You can see, though, that Hansen, you can just look at her and tell she's a doggone good athlete, you know. She's very strong and powerful legs. Athletic.
Juarez listed at 5'8" to Hansen's 5'7". Seems to be a discrepancy, though, in height beyond 1 inch.
Sometimes I wish some of these people doing the heights would do my height and have me a lot taller than I am. Maybe they'd have me at 6 foot.
Combat sports, Smitty. Across all combat sports, we obsess on weights to a quarter of a pound, but on height, it's self-reporting. Just write it down on a piece of paper. We'll believe you.
Hansen, some nice shots there.
Juarez using that height and using that length to her advantage on the outside, but to your point, Hansen, though, stepping inside through the jab and landing on the inside. Go back to what Kay Hansen said in our fighter meeting yesterday. All the way out or all the way in, she's largely doing that in this fight.
Yep, she's really calm. And I don't mind this, but throw the doggone left jab. Don't just sit there and pose like you're Floyd Mayweather. Throw it. Put it out there.
40 seconds remaining, round number 3.
There's a good combination by Juarez.
Left to the body after Hansen landed the right hand.
The tighter, more compact shots, obviously, by Juarez, who has much more boxing experience. But Hansen's holding her own. She really is.
Hansen looks very comfortable throwing in the clinch. You saw the break from Ray Corona, keeping this fight moving.
I didn't get a chance to talk to Hansen. I just wonder if she's being trained by a boxing trainer, or I would assume combination by both.
Punches back to the inside for Kay Hansen. Juarez thought this would be an easy fight. It's anything but through the opening 3 rounds, and we are headed to the 4th and final round. Into the corner. Fighting Victor veteran Kay Hansen. To the corner of Jessica Juarez.
These are tough rounds to score. In terms of the more polished looking fighter, so you expect it to be Juarez. There's a beautiful jab. Misses with a body shot, but lands a straight left hand.
This is the 4th and final round.
Maximum of 2 minutes remaining in this fight. Women's featherweight division. Jessica Juarez versus Kay Hansen.
We might have to go to an extra minute to decide this. It's pretty close. But I have Juarez slightly ahead.
Hansen's confidence seemingly growing as this fight progresses. Juarez entering 1-0 with 1 knockout, and again, that outstanding amateur boxing pedigree. Hansen doing very well on the inside now, landing the right then the left hand. To the body goes Juarez.
You can sense urgency on the part of both fighters in this round. Good probing jab by Juarez.
Get off that, don't do that again.
Corona stopping Hansen for holding and then hitting on the back of Juarez's head. 70 seconds to go in this fight. See that wide open MMA stance of Kay Hansen, but has been working on the inside, Smitty.
On the inside, but from the outside, it just takes away your power because just takes away your leverage when your legs are that far apart. But I tell you what, I'm impressed with her. She's doing better than I thought she would do.
Juarez walking forward from that southpaw stance.
Trying to set up the straight left hand, Juarez. Good parry, but there by Juarez. It's tough to counter Hansen because you don't know what she's going to do. Nice right hand, another one by Hansen. She's got to get that head out of the way. There she avoided a shot. A couple of nice body shots by Juarez. Comes back with a left hand.
Good left hand from Juarez. Hansen turning. Separation from Ray Corona. Final second to this fight.
Stop. 2-1.
Both fighters looking for one more significant blow. Good right hand from Kay Hansen. The end of a really fun fight.
Hansen looks happy. And she should be. She put up a good performance. Was it enough to win? For some close rounds, you know, not a lot to choose from. Who was doing more of what they wanted to do? Probably Juarez. See some action on the inside. Juarez landing a few shots, but Hansen coming back with a combination. There's a great example of what I mean. Both fighters landing shots. Not a lot to choose from. The more accurate puncher, the smoother fighter, Juarez. What do you like? What do you take? I'd give it to Juarez slightly. She probably won't be happy with her performance just because it's difficult to fight somebody like Hansen who's still trying to develop her own style. She's happy though.
What you consistently hear from boxers who spar and even fight MMA fighters is that they get out of timing. Because high-level boxers are used to sparring and fighting other high-level boxers. When a fighter comes from MMA, they're throwing at different angles. They're throwing at different rhythms. They're throwing different punches.
Yeah, it's just like it would be like a quarterback, you know, getting a wide receiver who he's never thrown the ball to. You get out of sync, and it's very difficult. Back in the day, it would be tough to fight, southpaws. But you're right. Well said.
Here's Michael Vale.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 4 rounds of boxing action, we go to the judges' scorecards. Dr. Lou Moretz scores about 38-38. He has it even. And both judges, Alexandro Rochin and Ron Stevens, scored about 40-36. For your winner by majority decision, Jessica Lorena Juarez.
Victory for Jessica Juarez, now 2-0 in her very promising pro boxing career. They call that a moral victory for Kay Hansen.
Yeah, and I think the judges had it a shutout. I thought Hansen might have won a round, could have been one even as well, but Juarez was the more effective fighter, and she should go back and she'll look better when she fights probably another prize fighter. But Hansen did a good job. You can see the action, and again, you can just see the more polished fighter. Stance, movement, punches, precision, Juarez. But Hansen fighting back and made for a really good fight. And we even got an extra minute, Sean.
That in the first round, timekeeper error, but forgiven.
There was a shot even on the inside with Hansen. On the inside, she just doesn't exactly know what to do, where Juarez very relaxed and was setting it up to land her left hooks and right hooks on the inside. But you can see that Hansen may not be experienced, but she sure is willing. Got to work on her head movement there a little bit and her stance a little bit. And final round, which again was another one that could have gone either way. I just thought Juarez pulled it out. Just being with more ring generalship would be one of the criteria I'd give her in that. You can just see the slicker fighter, slicker boxer.
The winner, by way of majority decision, Jessica Juarez defeats Kay Hansen.